Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Indiana Holmes here. Join me for another adventure at Disneyland and follow me on YouTube. This is Indiana Holmes, and today our adventure begins with us going to the Disney Opera House, where we will meet a sketch artist and learn about animation. In addition, we'll be looking at some of the beautiful artwork that the artists make here at Disneyland. Oh, look at this great photograph of Walt Disney in front of the castle here at Disneyland. Is that great or what? Oh my gosh. Walt Disney's dream. 100 years of wonder. Oh, look, here are some of the maquettes. The Pinocchio maquette. Very simple maquette. He came out a lot more detailed in the actual animated film. Here's a pirate maquette for Pirates of the Caribbean. And a menacing pirate maquette. We have a lot of inspirational art here. A lot of artwork for both the rides and the animated films. This is a really nice art gallery here inside the Meet Mr. Lincoln. Well, we're actually not in the Meet Mr. Lincoln exhibit, but we're in the Opera House that houses the Meet Mr. Lincoln. And here you can see some of the inspirational art that was created probably in the design process for Cars Land over at California Adventure. Wow, really beautiful. I love looking at all of this artwork. Ooh, some more maquettes over here. Let's take a look at what we've got. An Indian elephant maquette for the Jungle Cruise. King of Hearts maquette for Alice in Wonderland. Ah, the seesaw is fantastic. The King and Queen graveyard maquette for the Haunted Mansion. Can you see that? That's spectacular. And then an Indiana Jones maquette. Look at that. Let me see if I can zoom in on there for you. Wow, look at that. That is cool. Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, Adventureland, California, 1995. And then we have some of these art boards up here for Pirates of the Caribbean. Really cool stuff. So all of these drawings and paintings are what's called concept art. And the concept art is where artists are commissioned to create their idea in visuals, visual drawings and paintings of what the Imagineers are envisioning for the park and the park rides.
To our back lobby for the prologue to our feature presentation, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Just a few friendly reminders before we enter the theater. We do ask that there's no eating, drinking, or strollers inside the theater. Please park all strollers right outside the Opera House on Main Street. Let's go. We do ask that you reserve that center element of the Brass Eagle for all guests in wheelchairs, ECVs, anyone on crutches or canes, and their parties, as it's flat all the way across. The prologue is a brief 9-minute video. It'll happen on the screen behind the Capitol building. Shortly after, I'll announce the doors to the theater opening.
So this exhibit is the classic Disney Animator's desk. When my wife worked at Disney Feature Animation, she had one of these desks. You can see in the center there is a light disc. It's like a light box. Light comes from this backside and shines through a disc that is made of glass or plexiglass, and then the drawing paper set on top, and the animators can spin or turn the disc to help them get the right angle when they're drawing for what they want to do. This is a multi-plane film, multiplane film camera. Was first used in the Old Mill 1937 film called The Old Mill. The multiplane camera, shown here as a scale model, gave depth to animated films by using layers of background painted glass. The invention of the multiplane camera by Disney staff members garnered a special scientific and technical category Academy Award. The vertical camera stand could hold up to 6 background layers and was used most effectively on features like Pinocchio, Fantasia, and Bambi. The last film to shoot on multiplane using this method was Oliver and Company, which was released in 1988. So the story on the animator's desk was that in order to augment the architectural planning for the animation building constructed on the Disney Studios lot in 1939, Walt Disney and the industrial designer Kim Weber, with the input from animators themselves, designed bespoke desks and furnishings befitting animators' artistic and creative needs, and the desks featured rotating discs and fluorescent lights and accommodated animation paper. Wings affixed to the sides of the desks, which sometimes held a mirror, allowed animators to use themselves as models for the sketches. Desks like the one seen here are exactly like the ones an animator might have used in Wing 1D on the first floor of the animation building in Burbank, California. And in fact, my wife, who worked on The Lion King and many other films, finally ending with Princess and the Frog, used one of these desks the entire time she was working at the Disney Studios. More great artwork here in the gallery. Ooh, let's go see what this gentleman is doing. Ah, look at this. I see somebody working at an animation desk over here. Hi, can I film you?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Frank Lee.
Hi, Frank. Frank Lee is working here at an animation desk. It looks like he's drawing. What's the name of the dragon?
Maleficent is a
The Maleficent dragon, yes.
Drew. Maleficent. And
That is so cool.
there's an order for guests.
That is really neat. So do guests purchase these sometimes?
Yep. People can choose from the catalog in the next room and then place an order and withdraw it with color of their choice. We can also write some personalized message.
Uh-huh.
We just won't be able to quote from movies.
Sure. So how long have you been working at this particular position, Frank?
Over 8 years.
8 years. Wow. And how many hours a week do you do this?
For me, it is a full-time job.
Is it
I
really?
here 40 hours a week.
So you work like 8 hours a day drawing at the animation desk?
Yeah, one of the original desks.
Wow.
It's really nice. It's a privilege.
Oh yeah. So what was your training to do this? Are you self-taught or did you go to art school or?
Well, we all come from different backgrounds, but I did study fine arts at school.
Really? What school did you go to?
Cal State Fullerton.
Very good.
Local.
So nearby, very local.
Yes.
I like
Live
that.
Nearby, school nearby, work nearby.
Uh-huh. And so you've been doing this for 8 years, and were you working in animation or in art production or something prior?
No,
No.
this is my first art job.
That's so cool.
I worked retails for many years.
Yeah.
Like, at first it was to help pay for the tuition.
Sure.
And then I just kept working retails. But 8 years ago, I landed on this position, so I get to actually use what I study at school as a profession.
That is super cool, man. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Did you have to do like a tryout or something and draw for them, or how did that work? Yeah.
It's just like any art position. They had to go to portfolio reviews. Then they had to see how you work and how you interact with the guests, because it's not just working in the cubicle, it's also working in the theme park there's guests all day long. So guest interaction is part of the job. So they definitely look at both the artwork and how we interact with people.
And are there other cast members that do the same job you do?
Yep. I'm part of a big team here. We're about 20 people.
20 people that do what you're doing, right?
Yeah. So 5 for this store, and there's 5 in the Off the Page in California Adventure, and around 5. In Nick Snacks, and the last store is also Wonderground Downtown Disney. So each store has about average about 5. Oh no, we recently hired more people. About 23.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So yeah, this is what we do. We just draw the sketches for the guests.
And does the park administration have like a set of drawings they want you to do each day or each week, or are you kind of left to choose which characters you want to draw, which scenes you want to draw?
Well, it is an order, so people's order comes first.
I see.
But every design, if you check in the next room, we have hundreds of designs to choose from, but each drawing you can clearly see it will take different amount of time. So for example, I can draw a whole bunch of like Olaf, one of my favorite, but it takes less time than, let's say, drawing something more complicated. Like I think probably the most complicated would be like Maui from Moana. Even though he's also a single character, but he has way more detail and tattoos. So we can really just measure the amount of time. So we just trying to accomplish as many drawings as we can during our shift, but there's really isn't a set number of quota.
Very fun. Well, I think your job is probably one of the coolest jobs at Disneyland.
It's definitely one of the funnest jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. People say like, why are you not whistling at your work? I said, I'm not working, I'm having fun, so I don't whistle at my job.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people, I don't whistle.
Well, you're a really great representative for Disneyland, and I appreciate you talking to me. Thanks so much, Frank. I'm going to come back with my kids so that they can see you work. It's so fun.
Definitely. Because I'm not the only one, so sometimes we have multiple artists working at the same time. So right now Emily's working also, but she's taking a short break, so she'll be back later, and she's in the next show as well. So you definitely can see each store have different team members, but we all kind of draw different, so we have different styles. So some people are more attracted to a certain artist's work, so it's really nice to have a big team so you can see what everyone different styles.
Very nice. Well, thanks so much for talking to me, Frank. I appreciate it. Here we can see some of the finished artwork that the artists have been doing. Whoops. Just dropped some. So here we see some of the artwork the sketch artists have been making for customers. You can order these and they'll make them from the catalog and they'll draw them for you, or they actually have some that are already done that they must have drawn on their own. Oh, I love this one of Thumper. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. How much is Thumper? Thumper's a premium one, so I think he's about $89. Yeah. And there's a Mickey. A Roger Rabbit. Oh my god, I love all these. This is so great. This is my favorite thing. I love drawings. I love the sketches. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen him in a long time. That's really cool. They've got everything from the major characters to the minor characters. If you love basketball, boy, here's a basketball playing Mickey. He looks like he's in full action mode. These are great. There's Tiana. Wow. A variety of different artists that I am guessing Disney contracts with to make these beautiful paintings that would look fantastic in anybody's home, especially if you love Disney animated films. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is fantastic. We've got music. And here's Tiana's Cafe painting. Look at all of this. And this is a gorgeous piece right here. These Cinderella paintings, inspired by the animated film Cinderella. And then, of course, this one is not Cinderella, nor are these, but these are a lot of the Disney princesses here. I know this probably isn't coming off as good on video as it is in person, but I'm telling you, these things look fantastic in person, and they're really cool. Ooh, look at Donald and Mickey over here. Oh, look, another animation desk. So they've got an animation desk right here in the middle of this gallery, and it looks like Emily is the artist that would work at this desk, but it looks like she's on break at the moment.
9 today, you're caught off the set.
Ooh, I love these paper cutout style paintings. It's hard to see this probably on video, but it's like a picture box. It has depth of about maybe 1.5 inches, and all of the characters and all of the props and background are cut out paper and painted. Ooh, look at these. Salvaged ancient redwood that has been turned into Disney characters. Wow, these are cool. Very nice. They come in these awesome boxes, man. It looks like they're even numbered. Yeah, look at number 130 out of 150, I think it says. Super cool. And then I think these are the sketches that you can look at, and then you can order a drawing that's probably colored in like what we saw Frank doing, and then one of the sketch artists would do this for you. So like Frank would do this, or Emily, or one of the 23 different sketch artists that are working in these shops. How cool is this? So many different ones. Wow. Oh, look, they even have characters from the television series. That's neat for some of the younger kids. And our favorites. Launchpad McQuack, Scrooge McDuck, Gyro Gearhouse, Gizmo Duck. Oh, these are great. There's so many characters. You could find something for everybody in these sketchbook catalogs here. Daisy, oh, Mickey and Minnie, Halloween Mickey and Minnie. These are so cool. Love these. These limited edition prints by Patty Kit Landing are really fun. If you look closely, you can see all of the cool detail in here. There's hearts, there's musical notes, staffs. It has a real feeling, a visual feeling of energy and excitement. Look at this. This has been Indiana Homes for another adventure. Please subscribe and hit the like button.